what it is. Thank you for tuned in. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad I made it. In the words of Vanity, Last Dragon, man. Welcome. Episode 10. Miss you never heard that before. Thank you for everybody that pulled up a chair to the bar to sit down and have a drink with me. Just chill with me. Have a little conversation with me. So like I said, man, this is episode 10. I can't believe it. Stay tuned, share, subscribe. Also, make sure you're checking out from Come On to Abu Dhabi. I'm dropping my daily thoughts every single day. Sometimes you might catch me on there with my daughter. Sometimes you might catch me walking my dog around the neighborhood. Just normal, uncut, daily life, man. So, as I said, I'm taking you to episode 10. Today, I got something real proper life for you. Something real special for you. Something that's dear to my heart, as all episodes are. But this one was like really deep. The name for episode 10 is Never Forget Who You Are. And that's been a motivation for me for a minute. It's been on my phone. It's been on the cover of my phone for at least almost a year now. And I had it on there before. It's like a repetitive thing. I always find little sayings or I find quotes. Might put them on my phone. Might jot them down in the pad. Might add them to some of my bars. By the way, check out my Freestyle Friday bars. It's live to you from Coming to Abu Dhabi. But anyway, so never forget who you are. It's close to me. And that can go to all aspects of life. From just how you live in your life, from things you might be going through, from troubles to tribulations to addictions to your children, your family, your kids, your spouse, anything that's going on in your life. Never let what you're going through, never let that hinder you from, don't forget who you are, because you are who you are, and you is who you is. So I'm going to drop something for you. Just give me about 20 minutes of your time. Just sit back with me. Chill. If you need to get up, press pause, come back. And this is live and direct. For everybody know, I don't take no second takes. Everything is live and direct. It's raw and uncut. See that in the back? Anyway, so also it's gonna be some big changes coming to the channel pretty soon. You'll see a lot of difference with my setup and everything that's coming to a theater near you. It's coming real soon. So just ride with me. As I said before, never forget who you are. I always like to let it ride for a minute. So I'm gonna let it ride. All the music is brought to you in part by Best of Bros. For him and them cuz. My boy Strain. Family's all I got, aggravated in the lot, about to let my top drop and blaze chop. Alright, man. So I'm gonna do this for you. Like I said before, the title is Never Forget Who You Are, but I'm gonna link it to the entertainment industry in the UAE. And as you know, my name is Miss. You never heard that before. Why is that my name? Because I'm from America, who spent 11 years in the UAE. Nobody can give these perspectives. Nobody you know that I know that he knew that she knew that I knew that I was the man. You know anybody that's got those two different perspectives. I don't know anybody that's moved. When we moved down here, this is before people started thinking Abu Dhabi and Dubai was within arm's reach. Many people was traveling to taking you through their little timeline, showing the trips in Las Vegas or going to different places around. And I'm not knocking the people that's traveling around America, but when we took our trip down here to the UAE, never thought it was going to last 11 years. And here we are, still here. So, let me drop it for you. So, I'm going to try this into the industry from the UAE. And I know, I was in the industry a little bit in America before I came down here. I did comedy, I did acting, and they're kind of similar in ways you get in and ways you navigate through it. But it's a total difference when you work in the UAE because remember, it's a whole different stage, a plethora of different nationalities. So you got to get in where you fit in. R.I.P. Michael Hicks used to say that. So let me take you through it. Go on a journey with me. So if you're trying to make it in this industry, acting, modeling, comedy, performance, or whatever you might want to do to entertain the crowd, especially in the UAE, let me be real with you. It's not always about talent. And of course you say, okay, it's like that in America, and I agree with you, but it's not about talent. And I'm not dropping this episode to be complaining. I'm just giving you the real. This is just what I've gone through, what I've known. This is my opinions mixed with my observations. So this is strictly my observation, what I saw. I'm not giving you anything extra. Directly what I've saw and what I've seen and what I've been through while doing the industry, while I've been here in the UAE. So it's about navigation. It's about long days and long nights. It's about giving your all and never giving up. See, nobody really tells you this. Nobody really tells you how it works before you move. And of course, nobody moves you, so you wouldn't know. So, the entry. So, I'm going to give you four or five segments, depending on how I ride with this, about 4 or 5 segments just to explain to you the game and how it works. The first segment, I'm going to talk to you about the entry into the game. which is WhatsApp. If you're not from when I was when I was living in America, I had no idea what WhatsApp was. WhatsApp is the main communication wherever you are in the world. So every place we've ever traveled, people are big on the WhatsApp. WhatsApp is vital. WhatsApp is like the throwback days of email, text messaging. WhatsApp is what it is. So segment one, I'm gonna tell you about how I got into the game, how mostly people get into the game, which is WhatsApp. Or you can take acting, as I did. I took an acting class and I graduated from my acting class. Shouts out to Mr. Leo. But anyway, segment two, I'm gonna give you a little bit about the roles and the reality of what it's like to work in the UAE. Segment three, I'm gonna talk to you about the pay, or sometimes the lack thereof. Segment four, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the middlemen and the agencies you can find yourself acquaintances with when you move to the UAE. After that, I'm gonna take you about the changes, or what changes everything. When the entertainment industry, when you get to this one part, it changes everything for you. So stay tuned until you get to that. Don't leave until you get to that. Segment six, I'm gonna talk to you about the real test. What really happens. Then I'm gonna give you an outro to let you know what's up next and the change you can see coming to my channel. So segment one, the entry, WhatsApp, acting class, as I said before. Man, you don't just walk in the entry through the front door. You might go through the back door. You might go through the side door. Somebody might have to helicopter you down from the ceiling. So you just like, and I'm saying I'm not taking anything from America, because I know if you're in America, you're going through the same trials and tribulations and struggles that I'm going through here. So this again is not to complain. I'm just letting you know, I'm filling you in on what actually happens if you decide to come. So random casting calls. Since, like I said before, the main means of communication is WhatsApp. So you're getting drop calls, you're getting drop messages. And WhatsApp, if you ever tried to call somebody on WhatsApp, it's a struggle in itself. So you're getting drop calls. And they say, we're looking for talent, we're looking for this, we're looking for that. And we need an urgent shoot for you tomorrow. You've been sending them messages about, they send out posts. It's about networking. They send out posts telling you this job is here, this job is there. You apply for the job, you give them all your information. And next thing you know, nobody gets back with you. You're just waiting and waiting and waiting. Then all of a sudden, 30 minutes or an hour, or maybe a day before the show, we need you right now. We need you right now. Please come up, pull up to us soon. And that, and you got to have a life, because you can't depend on this as your full means of income when you live in, especially if you just start. Like I said, I've only been in this for a couple of years now. So it can't be if this is not your main means of income, you can't be at the drop of a dime ready to do this. Don't get me wrong, I'm putting all of it into it. Starting now, and I came to that conclusion the other day. I'm putting all I have into it. And it's hard when you have a family. So you just got to navigate how you're going to do. So, and then some things are legit. Some things are not. Some pay. Some don't. And after you can do a shoot or a show or a short film, they might block you and never pay you. You know what? I can't pay you in cash right now. I'm gonna send me your information to your bank and I'll send it to you when you leave. You've already done the work. So you got to trust them. You got to hope that you get the money. And then you don't get the money, you send them messages. And you don't want to be rude, and that's a big thing about here. The nationality things is it's not about race when you move to these different places. You're outside America. It's more about classism and what you need at the time. So you send them a message. Did you forget about my pay? Are you thinking about where's my money? By the time you send a second message, sometimes you get blocked. So I'm saying, like, and then it's all, you don't know the actual people that's actually over the movie or the show or the film or the shoot or the modeling opportunity. You're really connected with those middlemen, but I'll get to that a little bit later. So you send your photos, you send your height, you measure, you give all of your measurements, you tell them, you give them your look, then you're waiting and waiting and waiting until you tired of waiting. You get no response. The one day then you finally get picked. By this time, are you available now? Is your energy still up? Are you still available to do it? And I got a friend that's in the NBA, but he was in the G League for a while. And he told me, like, man, you got your energy all up. You're working hard in the G League, doing your best, and then you get a call from a team, and they're like, okay, we're thinking about pulling you up. We're thinking about bringing you up. And like, oh man, so next Friday, I'm getting pulled up. Friday comes, you don't get pulled up. Saturday comes, you're like, do I still got the same energy? Don't get me wrong. You are independent contract. It's up to you to keep your energy up, but we're all human, man. Is your energy still up? Or do you really want to accept the job at this point? And while you're waiting on this job, you still contacting other agents. You still contacting other opportunities. So maybe you got another opportunity that you're waiting on. So you stop waiting for this opportunity. Then they call you back, and you're like, okay, maybe I'll try this. But then the other opportunity calls you back again. It's like a yo-yo effect. And I know I'm all over the place, but imagine how they are. So, man. So then the agency calling you, but you're waiting on other roles. So what do? You're trapped. You're trapped in the middle, waiting for one agency, waiting for another opportunity. You're like, you know what? This one pays more, or this one is closer to my house. And don't get me wrong, I'm from Texas, but the UAE is a big place too. You could have a shoot that's in Fujairah, that's a 3-hour drive. You could have a shoot that's in Ajman, that's a 2-hour drive. You can have a shoot that's in Dubai, that's an hour drive. You can have a shoot in Abu Dhabi, that's a 45-minute drive. And you're a struggling artist trying to build your brand. So you're taking that drive, you're taking an opportunity. You might show up in the middleman, not even there. so like I said before, I took acting class when I took acting class in 2020. I want to say 22 or 23. No, 2023 maybe. Took acting classes. I was lucky enough to have an acting coach that was from America. He's from California, and he did quite a few movies and short films and appearances and stuff in America. So he was pretty cool. He liked me, showed interest in me, had me doing extra work, practicing with him to develop my craft. So he was able to network with him, and he gave me a lot of numbers. He had a WhatsApp group, and it was called Acting in the UAE. So I joined the group, and it gives us a lot of opportunity. It'll give you maybe 60, 50, 60, 70 opportunities a day. But as we'll talk about a little bit later, some of those opportunities are really hard, depending on your nationality, depending on where you're from. So it's up to you to network, and then you might get a contact with one of those numbers off of WhatsApp. You might send me information, send me your look, send me your shot, send me your previous work, which I had none at that point, and then they might get you on, and then they might have another link to another WhatsApp group, and you contact them, and then they might have another link to another WhatsApp group. So you got to be hungry, you got to be devoted, and you have to make an effort to try. One thing Mr. Lee always told me, said, don't complain about the game if you're not even trying. So you got to make an effort to try. All right. So the first segment I told you about was the entry to WhatsApp. Next thing I'm gonna talk to you a little about is about the roles and the reality. So let's talk about the real. Acting opportunities, to be honest, it's without, just like movies. The director of a short film, even of modeling, they have a look that they're looking for. Don't get me wrong. And you have the right to, if you're making a movie, if you're a director, if you're a person that's controlling the cast, you have the right to choose what you're looking for. But to be honest, there are not a lot of African Americans that's living in the UAE like that. Don't get me wrong. So a lot of things could be for different nationalities. They'd be like, are you an English speaker? I'm from America, I'm an English speaker. So that could be like, if you're an English speaker, but not this skin tone, not that skin tone, European. So if I'm getting, let's say I get 10 messages about people that are looking for jobs in casting, 9 out of 10 will be for either a nationality that's not for me. I won't be specific, but it's not a nationality for me. And of course, not only is it that, they pay more. The pay is different too. So patience is a virtue. You have to wait and wait and wait. If I can get 300 connects for shoots that's coming up, maybe 5 or 6 of them would be that fit my description. So that's hard. You got to have determination. You got to have stamina to keep trying. So patience is a virtue. And I'm not being opinionated. This is a pattern. It's what I've noticed. And again, I'm not complaining. It just is what it is. So I see roles with my characteristics. A lot of roles that will come through for me will be a bodyguard, extra. I get people that see me messages back and be like, can you look like Snoop Dogg? Are you a Snoop Dogg type? Do I look like Snoop Dogg to you? But that's shouts out to Eddie Murphy. He was real. He was one of the first people that traveling like that. Don't know too much about how you, but can you be Snoop Dogg? Can you be the Snoop Dogg guy? Are you a hip hopper? So, it is what it is. Are you a hip hopper? So it's limited roles, and thus being limited roles, those rates reflect that. Because they know if it's 5 people, if you're really a busy person trying to improve your craft, to try to act and be in these shows, you'll take it because you're not finding a lot of these opportunities. So if they know you take it, the rate reflects it. And I can get a lot of extra work. For example, you can be on a movie, you can be on short films, you can get extra work. That extra work is going to have 12 hours. And you're going to get paid very limited number. It's come to the fact now, and again, I'm saying this is not opinion. This is what I'm observing. And they have a lot of different agencies, a lot of different agents. So agents will post messages inside these WhatsApp groups, and they'll say, I'm just making up a number, $1,000 for this role. Cool. Same role, you'll see another agent, $700 for the role. You see another agent, $500 for the role. But these are all the same roles, and they really do this with people that only fit in those certain nationalities and those certain skin tones. That's how it goes. So it's really up to you what you're willing to take, what you're willing to do, what you're willing to sacrifice, and which agencies that you connect with first to help you on your mission, on your journey in the industry. So, like I said before, this is strictly my observation. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. My acting coach was brilliant when it came to finding roles for me, as well as helping me to connect with other people that would give me an opportunity to show them the skill that I actually had. And that's why I really thank him to this day. Now, don't get me wrong, I paid a pretty penny to get into the acting class. It was a 7-week acting class where I came in with a variety of people. Of course, I was the only one from America. Maybe one of the only ones that spoke great English. It was a couple of people, but people from all over the world, from Russia, from India, to Pakistan, to the UK. So there were, and that's what I liked about it. The opportunity, you get to meet a plethora of people from all over the world that has the same love and passion that you have for the craft. And all these were actors. Well, a couple of them were models, and it really overlaps. You can be a model as well as an actor or actress. So a lot of them just really overlap. So you have to be willing to try, to give your all, no matter what the situation can be. So that's segment 2. Just tell you a little bit about the roles of the reality. And I told you I'm going to only take 20 minutes of your time. I wasn't telling the truth because I can vent for a minute. I can go. Segment 3. Okay, now we can talk a little bit about the pay. Before we talk about the pay, I got a little something for you. I'm going to drop a little something for you. And again, what you've been listening to right now has been called Held Back. That's a track by Best of Bros, Fur, Hitman, String. So I'm going to drop a little something for you. Give me a second. Thank you for everybody that's sticking with me. And again, on my channel, I like to share a lot of music from up-and-coming artists. And yeah, just from people and a lot of these people from the United States. And it is what it is. It's your boy, man. Miss you never heard that before. Come on, Abu Dhabi. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And again, our episode today is talking about never forget who you are, and I'm tied into the industry. Sit with me for a minute. It's your boy, man. Feel like I said it all, ain't no more to talk about, so I keep my lips sealed and focus in on my doubt. I'ma die happy, man, my legacy lives on. All right, so what I'll leave you off with. We talking about the pay? Let's talk about the pay, or sometimes the lack thereof. So what they like to tell you is, and hey, I've been through this before. Shouts out to String and my Uncle Glenn Rowe. I'm not knocking, but I remember when I first got into the comedy game. Don't get me wrong, it was all his. He get the utmost respect and the utmost appreciation and a shout out for this because he gave me an opportunity to stand on that stage in Houston, Texas, in the Rice Village because he didn't have to. He was a direct and String, my boy String, he was the cameraman, but he gave me opportunity. Now, but don't get me wrong, I did play my part. I was a grip man. If you don't know what a grip man is, a grip man lays the lights. He comes in 2-3 hours before everybody comes. I'm setting up lights. I'm streaming them under the ground. We setting up the whole club, getting it ready for the packed show that we were destined to have. And he gave me a chance to audition to become a comedian. Audition, got the spot. Many real life comedians, and I was a rookie to the game. I didn't know nothing about it. Just trying. So he did give me an opportunity. But the big thing they try to do here is, hello, would you like the exposure? Would you like this great opportunity? It'd be great for your portfolio. That's the 3 lines that they hit you with. Now, don't get me wrong. I live the life of paying dues, and I know I'm just getting into the game. I gotta pay my dues. But at the same time, if you got 2 people that start this at the same point, if we both start at the start line, and you tell the other person, I'll pay you this and that to do it, but you tell me it's for a great opportunity, it's for exposure. 6, 7. I mean, we gotta find out where we're going at this point. We gotta figure it out. So, like I said before, I'm not a stranger to that, and I'm not complaining. Like I said before, I've been here and done that, and I'm really pay my dues. I've been in down here. They have a college that they have an acting college here that people go to school for drama that they do shows. I've done many free opportunities in short films, in low budget movies, and just promoting people's things from TikTok to Instagram to YouTube. I've done a lot of those. So I'm not speaking from a person that's never stepped out there and did it to collaborate, to do that. I do it because I have a passion for it. This is my passion and my love. And like they say, if you're doing something that you love to do, it's not a job. So I've done plenty of free opportunities like that. So I'm not down on that because you have to do it. That's how you network. That's how you meet new people. That's how you get a chance to work on yourself, work on your craft, and be better and learn. I get it, but it's a thin line between love and hate. But anyway, like I said, I've helped a lot of people. So, but when I see people posting roles, these different agencies posting these different roles, I think it's a problem. Give me 1 second. I can't tell us apart. Sharp as an axe and them lames of the part. They don't know about the bros and the booze in the dark. Said it all, ain't no more to talk about. So I keep my lips sealed and focus in. No you doubt, no doubt. I'ma die every man my legacy lives on. Hey. Alright. So shouts out to the agency that never pay. I mean, I can give you some examples, man. So I'll let you know it's not just opinion. I'm in one group. It's a modeling group because I did a couple of modeling things. You can check it out on TikTok, some of those things. Love Luxury. And I did some modeling for some Rolex watches. I did modeling for some handbags, a lot of things. But I have one modeling group I'm a part of. And a lot of times, now don't get me wrong, there are scumbags and lowlifes everywhere. But a lot of times they'll tell some of the female models, send you information, send you your size, your measurements, everything. And then they'll say, okay, we're doing a shoot, undergarment shoot. We're doing shorts shoot, clothing, different clothing. We'll give you free clothing. We'll give you this. And that's a good thing, especially if you just start. A lot of us do that. We do modeling for clothing, for different opportunities, for portfolios. I get it. But a lot of those guys end up turn out being scumbags. Then I get them since you're on WhatsApp. They can easily find your number. They'll post your number and say, do not do any work for this person or that person, because in the industry they will try to take advantage of you. So that's the thing that's nationwide. There are lowlifes everywhere that will try to take advantage of you and will try to get over on you because they know this industry. People are trying their best, working hard to get into the game and get monetize what they're doing. This is a trade-off. Your work in exchange for money. Not those type of services, but it's a service. It's a service. I'm modeling I'm modeling your product. I should get compensated for it. It's a business, not personal. I've done shoots before. I did a shoot at the Abu Dhabi Golf Club. This was for, to be honest, it was a very good company. Not the middleman, but the people that was actually doing the shoot. It was a great shoot, and we shot it during the Ramadan time. Very nice shoot. You can check it out on my page. Did it with a guy. I did the shoot with a guy from the UK, but the total staff was Arabic staff, fantastic staff. But the middleman was a guy that told me about the shoot, told me the location of it, where to get there, told me he would meet me there because they didn't know me. Of course, the middleman has all of the pull in these situations, so he knew where to go. Fine. So he told me he would meet me there at 12 o'clock, and this is an hour drive, probably, but it paid very well. Hour drive. So I drive there. I'm there. I'm calling him, not answering. I sit there and wait for a while, not answering. Time goes by, another hour goes by. So I'm like, you know what? The area looked like it wasn't an area that I would normally belong in. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going home. I tried, was there for 2+ hours. I came home. So finally then I called him again. He answered. I said, hello, yes, I've been sleeping. What's the problem? I said, you weren't where you're supposed to be. I've been calling you for hours. He said, oh, so you're not there anymore? They're looking for you. They really need you. But I called you for 2 hours. But anyway, so I finally, they upped my pay, and then I went ahead and drove back. But the thing is, like, it's just about professionalism. Professional. Be where you're supposed to be. I've done shoots before. They promise you a certain amount. You get there, it changes. Of course, but you've already drove 2 hours. They change the rate. They don't pay you on the spot, and then they send money to you later that was not what you agreed on. So it's an iffy game, and I know you have to take. It comes with it. You take wins, you take losses, and you still look yourself in the mirror and go again the next day. So I just wanted to share with you a couple of things to let you know this is not anything that I'm making up or opinions. This is real life. I've been in groups before where they only send certain messages to certain nationalities and say, okay, you'll do a 12, 13-hour shoot for $100, $200. And then they'll send someone else with a different nationality. You do a 1-hour shoot for $3,000. It's the business, it's the field that you get in. If you want to do entertainment, you want to do industry, you got to have a real passion for it no matter where you are. I'm not saying this only happens in the UAE, but I'm speaking to you from where I've done it. That's what it is. 12-hour shoots, extra work. So you're like, okay, I'm doing a 12-hour shoot, but I'm already here. Extra work. And then get to just staring and looking around and be like, is this actually worth it? Did this pay? Even cover my gas money for getting here? Now, I know it's a passion, but that stuff goes out the door. You get to looking at yourself like, man, come on now. That's why, you know what? And I've only found this out recently. I had an audition maybe about 2 or 3 months ago. I had an audition to do a monologue. Kind of nervous about it, to be honest. Talk to my friends about my boy DeMarcus. Them Taylor, shouts out to him. Also to my neighbors. I was on the roof practicing my monologue for hours, trying to get my monologue straight. Hadn't did a monologue for an audition since acting class almost, maybe. But anyway, so I did my monologue, practicing. So I get there, I get to the shoot. I mean, to where I'm doing the monologue, and it's for theater. I won't say his name right now because I don't know if he want me to say it, but okay. So my job was to come do a 1-2 minute monologue. Cool. I'm thinking we're gonna do it by myself with me and the director. It was not at all that. not saying I shouldn't have been prepared. I should have been prepared. I did the monologue. Of course, they don't know what you do as a monologue, so I did it to my best of my abilities. I forgot the lines, but word to the wise, if you forget the lines, no matter if you're doing a monologue, no matter what you're doing, the show must go on. You keep delivering as hard as you can. And that's what I did. I delivered as hard as I could. Didn't think I did fantastic at it, but I tried my best. I did my best, and I delivered. Felt bad, went home, low self-esteem about it. Got a call back from because I actually did, when I did my monologue, it was like 4, 5, 6 different directors there, recording and everything, camera as close as you are to me. So then once I got home, I got a call from about 3 or 4 different directors telling me they would like to have me in their short films, in their plays. They'll be coming up at the Short and Sweet Festival that's coming up very soon, May 2nd and May 3rd. Please check me out there. I'm in 2 short films, in 2 short plays, The Disaster, as well as The Wedding. So I'll be there for both of those. Shouts out to the directors that chose me. I was actually chosen for a couple more of the plays, but yeah, they didn't really fit what I was looking for. Finally, I get a chance to say that. But the 2 of them that I am, they'll be fantastic. The cast is fantastic. My acting friends that are there, fantastic. Again, it's another chance for networking. Brilliant. So as I said before, theater is the way to go. Theater is big here. It's the passion. It's the guys that are over it, like they're actually acting coaches, the time and the effort that they put in to help you own your craft to be better at it. I really appreciate it. So theater is where it is. I haven't did it yet. To be honest, I haven't done theater at all yet, but I've watched enough Tyler Perry to get the gist of it. I have a strong voice. I'm just joking. But anyway, so let's see what it gets. So when I finally get on set, man, I can't. So the thing is, when you finally get on set, when you finally get your chance, you gotta take advantage of it. All right. So I'm leading you kind of into my next segment. I've been running over these. I talked to you about the middleman. Let's get deep into it. The middleman's, or what looks like middleman, charge you up front. But then to be honest, okay, I forgot about this. The middleman, they get a chance to charge you up front before you even know about it. What does that mean? Okay. I did a shoot for a video. For a video game. Neil Blomkamp. Shouts out. He's the director, South African dude, very famous. Did Elysium. He did quite a few video games. The name of the video game was Off the Grid. So you can check that out. So anyway, before I went to the shoot, they gave me a rate that I would be getting paid for it. Not to know that they took off, like the agencies on the middleman, they get to tell you what the actual compensation is before you actually know what it is from the producer. My first shoot I ever did in the UAE was for a short film. It was a 10 episode segment from the police department where they were talking. It was a big thing going on in the country about online scammers, people that were stealing money from people's debit cards. They call you on the phone, tell you to give them their OTP number, and then people were falling for this trick and giving up a lot of their money, which is weird. Anyway, so I was nervous. It was a far shoot. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I'm driving 2 hours from my house. I was pretty nervous. I pull up on the scene. They got the big acting van. It was live. I can't lie to you. My first shoot was one of my best ones. It was live. But they had the big trucks for all the actors to be able to go sit in between the scenes. And then they had, I've never seen where they had the cameras where the director was on like a little bicycle kind of thing. And then he would be riding around with the big camera. And he'd go all across all the actors. It was cool. Anyway, cool thing. But the lady that was over it, don't want to say the name of the agency, but she told me a rate. And every time I talked to her, the rate changed. the right chains. And then she didn't know that I was talking to the directors at the shoot. And she would tell me, well, they said you showed up late and they really didn't even want to keep you. But I talked to the director, and the director was so happy with me. He was like, man, I've never met a person that was able to knock out the lines. I was knocking out the lines on the spot. Not that the lines didn't have, I did one take for everything that they had for me. He was proud. He was ready. He said, man, I can't wait to use you in the next thing that I do, which he did. And that's another subject I'll get to. Even though you have obstacle courses to go through, hoops to jump through, when you get a chance to get an opportunity and you use the opportunity to your best ability, showing them what you got, they will use you again. They will keep you in mind. They will go forward with you. And that's where I loved up on this shoot. I did show up late. Didn't know where to get there. Nobody gave me directions. I was late. But when I got to the shoot, people were messing up their lines, 100 takes, time at the time. And the script that they had me practice for my audition was nothing like what I would be doing when I arrived. So on the spot, he gave me words to say in Arabic. He gave me something to say a couple of times. He said it to me once, twice. Action. Knocked it out. Even the Arabic words. Knocked it out. 0.seconds. You can actually check it out. I'll post the link at the bottom to show you where you can check out this the UA video I did for the police department. But anyway, that's just another thing to talk to you about the agency. And again, I'm not knocking the agency because the agencies actually give us the jobs. But sometimes at the 100 agencies, you got to find a couple that's not good. All the women Biggie had to love one of them. So I'm just saying. Anyway, and that leads into my next point about the part that changed everything is when you actually get that opportunity to get on stage, to get on set, to get in the commercial shoot. Do your part. Be a professional. Know those lines. Get into your mindset of delivering those lines. Be accurate. Be professional and deliver. And they will use you again and again. Now, don't get me wrong, there are not a lot of roles that might fit your characteristics, might fit your nationality. But when you get into those roles, not saying you're getting typecasted, but when they're looking for a person that looks like this or can do this, they'll pick you every time for it. And I got to give them that. Got to give them that. Like I said before, I'm not here to bash the industry at all. I'm just telling you about the opportunities you may have or may not have if you get into it. So when you actually get that chance, take full advantage of it and do your thing in a private plane. Yeah, man. Do your thing, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. When you get your opportunity to do it, you do it to the best of your abilities. And you let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. All right, before I go to, okay. Like I said before, do your thing when you get the opportunity, because the thing that cannot be ignored or overlooked or ignored is your talent. Your talent can be avoided or overlooked. It can be. So all you got to do is show up and deliver. And they react. They keep you in mind. And believe me, everybody's watching. Like when I came in, I did that monologue. When I thought I was going to be in front of one director, I had no idea there would be that many directors there. I had no idea what the short and sweet was in the Dubai acting month. I had no idea what that was about. But Mr., I'm going to say his name again, he gave me the opportunity, showed up big. And to be honest, even the 2 plays that they put me in, I'm one of the main characters in both of them. Can't knock that. So I must have been doing something right. Once you show up and you do your part, they reward you for it. So, before I go, I only have about 2 segments left. Before I drop those segments, I got something I got for you. And again, like I said before, please stay tuned to the channel. I got some big things coming, big things coming. What? Do you hear me? And everybody's my big bro. Do you hear me? So, before I drop it, because right now we're working with the new microphone, I will show it to you. We got the new setting coming up. But I got some big things coming for you, man. Big things coming, man. Please forgive me, people. Because I promised these people I would let them drop, so. All right, man. It's your boy. You never heard it before. You know what? What I'm gonna do next? I'll talk to you about it later, but I got an idea for the next episode. And like I said, it's our freestyle, it's off the brain. Got something for you for episode 11. I'm gonna make it special for you. Make it special. I'm gonna make it relatable. And I'm gonna be right beside you. Alright. So 76, the real test. And I ain't talking scans from the real test. Do you hear me? Okay. Yep. It's harder. Demographics matter. Casting matters. But The most important thing is networking and connections. And you know what? That's true about everything you do in life. Connections, networking means a lot. Same roles. But you know what? It could be slow for you. But to be honest, some roles were never meant for you in the first place. Keep your vision. Stay locked in. Know what you want to do. Don't let nobody tell you no. Don't let nobody tell you not good enough. And always remember, don't let people make you forget who you are. You can get rejected all day long. Believe me, I know. In more ways than one. But what does rejection do for you? Is it a positive or is it a negative? I've been rejected in every field that I've ever done. Like, shouts out to my boy, Battle Sound. I always forget his name, how to say it right. Billy Bob Thornton. Say, on his show, The Landman, he was talking to his daughter, and she was talking about a boyfriend that she had. Of course, I like the show because they in Texas, Fort Worth. He was talking to his daughter, and she had a boyfriend. She was like, man, what if you break up with you, don't be successful? You're like, 99% of your relationships are going to be failures. That was spot on. That's spot on. If you had 100 relationships, 99 going to fail till you make it to that one that you with forever. Or if not, all of those are failures. I like the way this light hit me, man. I feel like I'm in a... I'm down. Shouts out to RP Trey, man. But anyway, but all the failures you might receive, and again, I don't really call them failures. Like Antetokounmpo said, these are really learning opportunities. I don't fail in the playoffs if I don't win the championship. I learned from all of it. So, the main thing is, that doesn't mean you don't belong. I failed when I went there and I couldn't even remember my monologue correctly. That didn't mean I didn't belong. That didn't mean I wasn't prepared that day. I was prepared. Maybe I just wasn't aware of what was I going to run myself into. I didn't know I was going to run. Sorry. I didn't know I was going to run into all them people looking at me, making me. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I wouldn't usually do this. Forgive me. Yeah, I didn't know I was going to run into all them people sitting down like that. Now, hey, don't get me wrong. It was my fault. I should have been better suited for it. Better suited than booted, as Cat Williams would say. But maybe I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, man. Shoot, I ain't never gonna hit me with that. Don't y'all be trying to look at my password. Oh, earlier I was telling you about when I played in my first actual shoot in Abu Dhabi when I was with the police station. Man, I told you about people that was doing scamming. You know what's crazy about that? A couple weeks ago, somebody tried to scam me. Hit me on the phone. I'm busy doing work, blah, blah, blah. They hit us on the phone. Yeah, give me this information, give me this information. Say, they good. They catch you off guard. They catch you off guard while you're doing something. Like, yeah, give it to them. Like, whoa. They were like, well, yeah, let me see. Show me your phone while you're putting this OTB code. I'm like, boy, that's what you got. Say, scammers, if they would have stopped right before they went too far, they would have had me. Like, wait a minute. I was like, oh yeah, just how much money you got here? Look, say they were so bold that man, they catch me off guard when you multitask. And they were like, well, how much money you got for here? How much money you got there? I'm like, oh, I got this. And, well then, we're gonna come through and do this. We're from the immigration office and blah blah. We need you to pay this. Cool. And I will put this code through that. I said, wait a minute. The money you just this popping up on my app is not what you're asking for. Don't worry about it. Just push send. It ain't gonna work. This not really what they're not gonna take that money for real. They're not gonna take that money for real. Just go ahead and push the button. Wait a minute. I ain't that off guard. Nice try. Stir fry. Anyway, I didn't mean to sidetrack you. But anyway, as I said before, a lot of if you feel guilt, if you feel upset about when people turning you down and reject you, don't worry about it. That doesn't mean that role wasn't meant for you. Move on to the next. Be sure of yourself. Keep believing, because that don't mean you don't belong, man. So let me tell you about this. I'm gonna outro on you boys. So through all of it, the waiting, the rejection, the low pay at times, the doubt, don't forget who you are. And as I said before, that's in all aspects of life. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget who you are. You got to teach in class and tell you, you know what? You didn't do good at this. You didn't do good at that. You're not good at this. Maybe I'm not. But I'm still wonderful. I still can do this. If you modeling, we don't like you for this role. You're not the look that we're looking for. Maybe not. But somebody else is looking for that. So don't let the system rewrite your value. You're not good for this role. You don't do this, you don't do that. Maybe not. But Denzel Washington found another role. Maybe not, but Samuel L. Jackson found another role. Maybe not, but Tyra Banks found another role. Maybe not, but Will Smith found another role. Maybe not, but Chris Rock found another role. Maybe not, but Steve Harvey found another role. His vision kept him where he was. Homeless, no school. Vision means everything. Do you got that vision? A man without a vision shall perish. And I was really keen on that. I was watching, I love to watch my sermons. You know, talking about people don't really know what perish actually means. The real meaning of perish doesn't just actually mean to die. Perish means you could be lost. So if a man will have a vision, he will be lost. And lost has no time restraints. He'll be lost for a minute. And a minute can equal an hour. And thus more. So don't let the system rewrite your value, because what you bring isn't common. That reminds me of Star. Shout out to Queen Latifah. Star, I bring me. What you bring? I bring me. I bring me to the table. I can just not. You know how you pull the tablecloth off like this, and everything be still left on top. They just a tablecloth. You the turkey in the middle. Turkey. Don't say jive turkey. You know that'll happen. But anyway, what you bring is not common. It's uncommon. And one day, they're going to need exactly that. Then when they're going to have to say hi. Then when they're going to have to say hi. Shouts out to my big bro, and Mo. But they're going to have to say hi. Let me say it one more time for you. Don't let the system rewrite your value. Because what you bring isn't common. And one day, they're going to need exactly that. Then we're going to have to say hi. It's your boy, Mr. You never heard that before. And yeah, stay ready. Stay tuned. Big changes coming soon to a theater near you. Stay tuned to the channel. Share. Subscribe. Tell a friend. 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 We all in. And again, May. I say May? No, I did. May 2nd and 3rd. May 2nd and 3rd. You know what it is. Got 2 shows coming. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. You better be there or be square. 2 plays. The Disaster. What else we got besides Disaster? The Wedding. You know what it is? Hold on. I'm not sure if you, boy. I don't even share pictures that much, but where we at? And again, like I said, you can see it on my page. Easy peasy, macaroni and cheesy. But just show you one. The wedding table, my fault. The wedding table. Why you can't see me? Oh, that's me, your boy. The wedding table. Come and look at that bow tie looking good. The wedding tie. And the Disaster. Get the tickets. I put the tickets at the bottom. You gotta be there, be square. My boy Travis is hitting me up right now. Y'all see what it is? Everybody trying to come get a ticket. I got the tickets for the low. I'll let you boy. Miss you never heard that before. From Come On to Abu Dhabi. Stay tuned. Catch up. No mustard. Episode 11. I got something special for you. I got a star coming on the show. Ain't no bigger star than what it is. And if you aim for the stars, you catch a coattail on the moon. You get there how you get there. It's your boy. If you get close enough to that sun, you get close enough to the sun, the darkness gonna lose. How about your boy, man? Share, subscribe. See ya. It's your boy. Episode 11. Catch me.